Hey, Inside Golf Lab members, Tony here. Let's talk about how we can control the ball flight with our driver. So we're going to start with the draw. One of the things that I would prefer to see is a square club face with changing a path alignment in with to hit a draw. We can rotate the shaft, and that's one way of kind of producing a draw and controlling the club face. And if you really struggle with slicing, I would say that's a good place to start. But the inconsistency down the road is if our timing is just a little bit off, and obviously our timing can be off with any golf shot, but if our timing is off and we still have a lot of hand rotation, forearm rotation, we can see the ball going all over the place. So what I'd prefer to do is see more of the path be in control, leaving the face alone. So it's a little bit of a ground stroke like tennis. That way, so you don't see, I'm not trying to go this way. Now, if I have to hit a big hook shot, yeah, we can go ahead and do that. But generally, I won't do that. Now, a couple different ways we can hit a draw. One is we can just go ahead and take our alignment, instead of being parallel to the target, we just aim a little bit right. You can either just close the club face up at address and then take your normal grip. Now all we're going to do is swing straight. And that in itself produces a draw. The other way of doing it is we aim a little bit more, let's see, well, time out. The other way of doing it is we line up straight, but then we'll let that club go a little bit more inside and a little bit more out, and again with the same type of motion. So we would actually have two different path numbers. If we aim a little bit straight and then we swing into out, we're going to see a little bit bigger path numbers, okay, potentially. But we've got to be careful with that because we don't want too much. If all of a sudden we get about 10 degrees inside out, and depending on where that club face is, that can produce a big draw. So we want to be around 3 degrees, 4 degrees of an inside out to have a nice controlled draw path. So some things with the driver also to kind of be aware of. Unlike an iron, because the shaft comes in from behind the face, we have to let that golf club and that club head kind of get in front of the hands through impact. That's more of a feeling. But we don't want, if our hands are in front of the club head, we're going to see that face is going to stay open, but ball is not going to be able to draw on us, okay? Now, again, camera angles and all that can be different, so if all of a sudden I'm set up this way, it may look like that. But really, in order for me to hit that draw, I got to let that club head get in front of my hands so that face gets close to the path. And again, that produces a draw. So that's a big key with this driver, is making sure, and because that ball sits up on the tee, you can kind of feel that club head go and get in front of the hands, and that way we're swinging up, face is getting closed relative to the path, but the path is good, that produces a draw. So, control the path, control your alignment, decide which way you want to go, because you can do it two different ways. And then make sure that we don't get into face rotation, that it's just controlling, there's a difference, a small difference between the path and the face to hit our draws. So, shoot me any questions you have about this. I appreciate you guys joining and becoming part of the club. And got some great research coming to you down the road, and we'll be trying to quantify everything we do, and look forward to it. So keep sending me those emails. Thanks.